Hi everyone! Today we're going to be making Cod Roe Stew with tofu and vegetables. It's a winter delicacy in Korea and it's my husband's favorite as well. You may be wondering, oh, what kind of cod roe do you have to use? And it's really, you can buy them at Korean grocery stores, or even actually Japanese grocery stores carry them as well. It's really tasty, nutritious, and simple to make. So let's get started. So let me introduce the ingredients you need for the Cod Roe Stew. We have cubed tofu here, cubed zucchinis, radish, chopped green onions, and green pepper. I'm going to need soy sauce base for soup, fish sauce, and perilla oil. And of course the main item for today is the cod roe itself. This cod roe, it's really nice and pink. It doesn't have much seasoning. And as you can see, it's like two pieces stuck together, right? So I'm going to cut it here, separate it out. And cod roe is encased in a very thin membrane here. So you want to make sure that you don't burst it open. I'm going to cut it into bite-sized pieces to put into the stew. So we're going to move to the stove and cook it. Okay, so I preheated the pot a little bit on medium heat. I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of perilla oil again. And I'm going to add the radishes first. And I'm going to saute the radishes in perilla oil. I'm going to add the Dashi stock, just a little bit, just enough to cover the radish, and wait for the radish to cook a little, about maybe 2 minutes. Turn up the heat. So when the stock begins to boil, I will put the tofu in, maybe a little bit, and the zucchinis, more stock to cover the tofu and the vegetable. I don't really put garlic or ginger because somehow I think they tend to take away from the taste of the cod roe. And when you cook garlic too long in this kind of a stew, they have sort of a bitter taste at the end. You have to make sure that the stock is boiling before you put the roe in. Otherwise the roe will disperse and you'll have a very murky stew. So put the roe in gently in between. And because this is salted, you've noticed that I haven't put any kind of seasoning in yet because I want to make sure that the roe is cooked, and then I will taste the stew and see what it needs. You don't want it too salty. And once again, I'm not going to cover because I want that sort of the fishy smell from the roe to evaporate. And we're going to cook it as it is. And I'm going to add a little bit of green pepper to add a spicy kick, and the green onions, chopped green onions. It's ready when the roe turns color like this, right? This is a very typical, I guess, stew for the northern part of Korea. Southern part tends to use a lot more chili pepper and a lot more seasoning, whereas the northern part of Korea, they tend to use less seasoning and really let the ingredients speak for itself. Taste and see if we need more soy sauce, or I think it will be fine. It's fine with me. Actually, it's a little bit on the salty side because I put a lot of roe in, but I think it's good. So let me cover now for maybe a minute or two, and then we're ready to serve. It's been a minute. Oh, wow, look at that. That looks really wonderful. So you have the pink cod roe cooked with green zucchini, white radish and tofu. It's beautiful and it's very tasty. This actually is one stew that tastes better maybe tomorrow. The leftover tastes always much better because all the ingredients have been sort of mingled with each other, and the tofu will have that raw taste to it too. So let's see. So let me try my cod roe stew. See how the radish and the zucchini, they're all cooked, but not really over well cooked. Radish and the zucchini already has the taste of the cod roe into them, so it's really nice and tasty. Same with tofu. The cod roe can be very salty because it's been salted for a long time. So as you can see, I didn't put any seasoning, and yet it's just perfect. So you don't have to add any salt or soy sauce or anything. I like it. Hope you like it too. Enjoy.